Love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, love and marriage. It's an institute you can't disparage. Ask the local gentry, and they will say it's elementary. Try, try to separate them. It's an illusion. Oh, did we just go dark? Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by mother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other. Hey, greetings. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Richard. Hey, Alton. How you doing? That middle section, man, I got to give that a little bit of attention. Just like in a marriage, you got to give the middle section attention. The beginning's easy, the end is easy, but the middle, try. All these funny chords in there in the middle. Try. There we go. Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by mother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the let's do that again. All right, that's love and marriage. Love and marriage. Now, hey, what's up, Dad? Hey, David Feldman. What's up? Hey, Mom, how you doing? Look at this. Hey, Hustle Crow, how you doing? That's an ice cream name. Love. The funny thing about this is it's wait, we keep trying to find him when we get stuck at Mary. Добрый вечер, Jeffrey. Добрый вечер. Как дела? Nice to see you. Очень приятно. Пока. See you later. So anyway, oh, there was an issue? Oh my God. Oh, maybe there was an issue because I tried to get fancy tonight and schedule the show so that there was a countdown or something. I did that thing on YouTube. So maybe that screwed. Did people get to see the beginning of the song? I mean, that's the key. Speaking of the key, it's in the key of C, and it's very low. So it starts on a low C, which, but otherwise the song's a little high. So if I do this song again, at some point, I'm going to transpose it a little. Love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. And it's from that, people know it from that TV show, but look where it was actually from originally. Well, first of all, Sammy Cahn is the guy. Sammy Cahn. There he is, Sammy Cahn. This is the Sammy Cahn songbook. Nay, Samuel Cohen. I like that he took an obviously Jewish name, Sammy Cohen, and then he took a stage name or a professional name that was just slightly less obviously, I mean, still completely obviously. He went from like a 9.9 on the Jewish name-o-meter to like a 9.6. He went from Samuel Cohen to Sammy Cahn. I guess there were too many orthodontists in his neighborhood named Samuel Cohen. So, anyway, born on the Lower East Side in 1913. And he almost made it to 80 years old. He died at the age of 79. He made it to about 79 and a half. Died in Los Angeles. But man, this guy Sammy Cahn, he had a ton of Broadway and Hollywood hits. And yes, people know this song, Love and Marriage, because it became, later, Sinatra won an Emmy singing it for an NBC production of Our Town. I'm confused. I don't know. Our Town. Our Town is one of those incredibly, I've never seen it. I know it's ridiculous, but I know it's one of those sort of touchstones, signposts of American theater. I don't know how that happened. I never saw it. The semester they did it in college, I was overseas. So, bum bum bottom, love and marriage. Oh my God, people are shouting out on the street. They're going crazy for Sammy Cahn. Here's the other thing. This is a relic. The song is, it's from 1955. And what is the message? Love and marriage. If you're in love, you got to get married. If you're married, you're in love. I dare say that this song came out right when the entire institution of marriage was about to fall apart completely. When people started getting divorced, I think that, that got going maybe 20 years later was probably the peak. But this was, I think, maybe a little bit too much chest thumping for the institution of marriage. I think marriage was getting a little bit full of itself. A song like this, you're asking for trouble. Love and marriage, love and marriage. Neurogeezer asks, who is the character that sings Love and Marriage? The character, his name is Ethan Hirschenfeld, and he's the host of this very show, the Nosho, happening every night, right here on YouTube. No, I don't know who the character is in the show. Who would that have been? The narrator? I have no idea. Let's crack a seltzer and think about it. I'm married with children. What's so good about it? Oh, you're married with children. Mazel tov. No, Neurogeezer. I knew what you meant. Who's the character in Our Town? I don't know. All right. I want to do another Sammy Cahn tune. But first, I want to put out a little casting notice. Here's a casting notice. Tomorrow I was gonna play a part in a friend's music video that he's shooting in Midtown Manhattan. But for various reasons, I'm not going to be able to do it. But here's what they're casting for. This is a real call. I'm putting it out there. Anyone in New York who might be interested, they're casting for someone to play a Middle Eastern character in a music video. And the requirements are look credibly Middle Eastern and learn some lyrics that you can lip sync. You would learn the lyrics tonight and tomorrow and then shoot it. If you're interested, if you think you might be right for the part, or if you know someone who might be, send me a message, send me an email. I'll put you in touch with the director. I think the song has a great message. It's satire, it's current, it's smart, it's funny, and it's paid. It pays a little bit, the gig. So yeah, try. Let me try that again. It says try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try to separate love and marriage. It's an illusion. Huh? Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try to play these chords. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by mother. That's mother back when. That was great when people used to call their mom mother. Or like my grandfather, who would even call his wife mother. Mother, come into the sitting room, mother. Mother, can you imagine calling your wife mother? Yeah, there's the swing, Hustle Crow. Go together like a horse and carriage. Horse. I can't help when I'm singing this song, but pronounce horse like I'm Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn. Mother. Oh, mother. Yeah, it's very Norman Bates. Oh, one of the great books I ever read. The year after college, I read a book. It was called Alfred Hitchcock and the Making of Psycho. If you're interested in film history, if you're interested in taxidermy, if you have a complicated relationship with your mother, if you like hotels, if you like motels, if you like car travel, if you like stealing cash from your employer and absconding in the middle of the night, if you like showering alone, you'll love Stephen Rebello's book. Steve Rebello, Alfred Hitchcock and the Making of Psycho. I loved that book. I just remembered it. Thank you, Mary, for reminding me. There's an F minor. Go together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by mother. You can't have one, you can't have none. You can't have one without the other. Oh, yeah. All right, that's Sammy Cahn. I want to learn more about this Sammy Cahn. Hustle Crow, yes, I'm a huge fan of Hitchcock. Love Hitchcock. Love that movie, Psycho. Love, what's his name? The actor who plays Norman Bates. That guy was great. Talk about nailing a role so hard that you become associated with it for the rest of your life, for the rest of your career. Man. The Boyds. Yeah, The Boyds. That's another good Hitchcock movie. The Boyds. I feel like the birds really did a disservice to actual birds. I don't think birds in general are a source of horror or fear. You know what I mean? Oh, Anthony Perkins. Thanks, Mobius. My apologies to the family and the memory of Anthony Perkins for not remembering. It has nothing to do with him. It's all about my head. You know, when they say someone has a head, oh, he's got a head for figures. He's got a head for business. Oh, Gornamont, you're coming out. Hello. Oh, hello. Thanks for visiting. I was about to pour myself a little seltzer. I'm pouring it. Thank you. Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, by the way, tonight's episode is brought to you by Doberman Poodle Saliva. Doberman Poodle Saliva. An unguent, a tincture, a balm, and a salve for the male scalp. Are you suffering from male pattern baldness? Do you have a Doberman Poodle in your house? Yes, Mary, this is Gornamonts. For just 3 easy payments of $79.99.95. That's right, $79.99.95. 3 easy payments. I will loan you my dog. For for an evening. He'll lick your scalp and, you know, look at this shag carpet. I mean, it's just miraculous. Look at the pile on this thing. That's impressive shag. Okay, Sammy Cahn. We're gonna Cornmonts. Are you okay? All right, thank you. All right, let's see. Love and Marriage. We did that one. Here's the next song. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful song. Oh, you missed a spot. Behind the ear. Okay. This is a song I know from Chet Baker. I think I tried it months ago on the show. Oh, you have birds? Okay, nice. Hey, Pete, how you doing? My Mia does the same thing. He loves to lick up my nose. Oh, a Chihuahua Pinscher Rat Terrier Pomeranian mix. That sounds amazing. Hustle Crow. Yeah, we have a Chihuahua Shih Tzu. Who's our other dog. She's amazing. And she'll sometimes start licking, just copying Gornamonts. You know, Fafi see, Fafi do. That's her name, Fafi. Okay. I don't know the tune for the intro, so I'm going to skip that. But the words. This is Sammy Cahn, and the music's. Oh, the words by Sammy Cahn, and the music by Jewel Stein. And the song is called Time After Time, and it comes from a film called It Happened in Brooklyn. You know what else happened in Brooklyn? A dog licked my head. That just happened in Brooklyn. What good are words? What good are words, I say to you? They can't convey to you what's in my heart. If you could hear instead the things I've left unsaid. Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through. I only know what I know. The passing years will show. You've kept my love so young, so new. And time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you. And time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you. Oh man, that's an incredible song. Again, you know, oh, I learned that song. I know that song from listening 35 years, no, 25 years ago or so, almost 30 years ago. I was listening to Chet Baker a lot on the car CD player. Chet Baker Sings is one of the albums. Another one of the albums is Let's Get Lost. Another one is Chet Baker along with Stan Getz. To me, Chet Baker, I don't know what it is. It's one of those voices. I don't know if you ever saw the movie The Dead. So it was Angelica Houston about 30 years ago. She took the James Joyce story. I think it's the last story in Dubliners, The Dead. And she made a feature film out of this short story. And there's a moment in it, I think towards the end, where there's a singer, and you don't see the singer for a while. You just hear the singer. And I was sure that I was listening to a soprano. And then when the camera lands on the singer, you see it's a man, like a male soprano or a very high tenor. And it's a similar thing with Chet Baker. If you don't know what you're listening to, you might think it's an alto or a mezzo soprano, like a woman singing with a really rich, low voice but it's the purest the way Chet Baker sings. It's just straight from the heart and straight to the heart. So anyway, that's how I know that tune. And anyway, that's a little bit of Sammy Cahn, and I'm going to dig more into this book because I think she's just incredible. Um, I'm stating, oh, Saturday night is the loneliest night of the week. That's him also. Hey, Craig, thank you. Craig S. lists crappy used videos. I like I like your handle. Thank you, Craig. Craig says, great song Feldman sent me to. Thank you, Feldman. I'm bowing in gratitude. Thank you, everyone. I'm bowing in gratitude for everyone coming and listening and watching and participating. All campers will participate in all camp activities unless you have a note from home or a note from your doctor, or a note from home and your doctor if there happens to be a doctor in your home. All campers, participation in all camp activities is mandatory. Hi from the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. Oh my God. Hey, Joy. Thank you, Feldman sent you. That's amazing. The Pine Barrens. That's that famous episode of The Sopranos. Wow. I know. It's probably annoying that that's how people know your area, the Pine Barrens. Very cool. Karen, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Yes, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. That was one of those books that I was not much of a reader. I ended up as an English major in my young adulthood, or my late teens, let's say. But as a kid, I was not a happy reader. I think like a lot of boys, a lot of girls. I noticed. I had a girl in my class like week two. She's spoiling the end of David Copperfield because she's read ahead. She's read the whole damn book. I'm figuring out chapter two. Anyway, I was one of those boys. But um, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. That's it. Yeah, I remember one summer. I think, Dad, you were recommending that I read that, or maybe it was on the school reading list. Honestly, never made it through that. But it takes place right here. I'm in Williamsburg. I'm on the north side of Williamsburg in Brooklyn. That's where the show happens. This is the No Show. The No Show happens every night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Please join me any night, every night. I mean, every night. I mean, just every night. It's constant. It's the No Show. Um, but if you look at the street names in A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, it's Roebling Street, it's Havemeyer Street, it's all these streets that are right here. This is the neighborhood. Speaking of national treasures, Mel Brooks grew up right here on the south side, just a few, South Williamsburg, just a few blocks from here. I think they even named one of the streets Mel Brooks Way. I think they put his name, like they do in New York. They'll put your name on something. Thank you, Hustle Crow. I appreciate that. Oh, the Jersey Devil. I don't know about the Jersey Devil. Um, if you like this kind of repertoire, QXR hosts a web stream called New Standards. Thank you for that. Thank you for that tip. I love this kind of repertoire. I almost like this repertoire as much as saying the word repertoire. It just, it makes me feel so continental. Repertoire. Hey, I got some repertoire. I once was tutoring a kid back in the 90s. I made my living tutoring, and I had a student, and I'll never forget. His mother said to me, "Yeah, I think Daniel, when he grows up, he wants to be an entrepreneur." Yeah, he'd like to be an entrepreneur. And I don't know. I felt like his chances would have been increased if his mom knew how to say the word. Yes, Henry Miller was also on this. There is a plaque on the side of a building on Fillmore. Fillmore is a street. In New York, okay, here's the thing. We're getting sidetracked, but, that could be another name for this show, sidetracked. A lot of movies, especially like Spider-Man or cops, any movies with cops and robbers, a lot of times there'll be a scene where something transpires in an alleyway. There are no alleyways. There's 2 alleyways in New York. But if you were concluding based on Hollywood movies, you'd think that it's all alleyways. There's very few alleyways. There's a couple of them. There's Freeman Alley down on the Lower East Side. And there's one other alley, I think. But Fillmore is a rare street. Fillmore, right here where Henry Miller spent some time, is one of those streets that lasts only a block. There's a few of those. They're kind of miraculous in New York. I think there's Minetta Lane is tiny also that way, curves. But here's Fillmore goes between Roebling and Driggs. That's it. It's one block. It's really cool. So, yeah. Anyway. Yes, Tangentland. Tangentistan. Welcome to Tangentistan. Anyway, Sammy Cahn also wrote Saturday Night is the Loneliest Night of the Week. Incredible. Yeah, I'm going to do some more Sammy Cahn. Numbers. My Kind of Town. Everybody Has the Right to Be Wrong. They're just great titles. That song Hopelessly Devoted to You from Greece? That popped to mind because there was a song in here, some devotion song. Hopelessly Devoted to You. I got to remember to learn that song. What would be another good little set? Just songs where people are praising cities like Chicago and New York and Paris in the springtime. There's April in Paris, I think. All right. Karen mentions Chapin's Taxi. I just looked at that song today. I have a Chapin book. And there's another really good song in it. I'm going to learn a song of his. So, not tonight. What else did I want to sing tonight? Oh, I wanted to talk about quitting. Quitting, because I felt bad that I was going to do this guy's music video tomorrow, and then I couldn't for various reasons. I decided it wasn't something, it wasn't going to fit. But I had a thing in my life where, in my 20s especially, I would start things and then leave them. And then I developed a kind of concern about my propensity to pull the plug on projects. So then I think I started erring in the other direction, where I just wouldn't leave a project, even if it didn't feel quite right. And now I felt good that I went with my gut and kind of didn't go ahead with this thing that I was going to do tomorrow. What am I saying? Here's what I'm saying. Like with so many things in life, You got to find the middle path, the happy medium. You can't stick to things and just do them just because you're doing them. You can't just keep doing that job for 50 years just because you're doing the job. There has to be another reason. It might be survival. It might be um, you might be paying off the Russian mob. Whatever your reason is. But you got to be flexible. You got to be willing to know. Norman Lear said, I heard him in an interview. He said, over next. That was a mantra of his. When a project is over, when a thing is over. Over next. It's a hard thing to do. It's hard for me to do. Over. Okay, that's over. Moving on. What's next? Life, it's in the windshield. It's not in the rear view mirror. A little automotive metaphor. Who doesn't like an automotive metaphor? I'll tell you who doesn't. Al Gore. Because those automotive metaphors have a large carbon footprint. All right. Okay, I wanted to do another tune. Let's see what I wanted to do. Oh, someone was saying bad Leroy Brown. Yeah, I'm going to look at that just for the fun of it. Time after time. Oh, before I do that, I want to do, we're going to go a little long tonight. So here, I wanted to tell you about this incredible song. I sang it last night, because last night we did a bunch of moon songs, or 2 nights ago we did a bunch of moon songs in honor of the full moon. By the way, keep this in mind. The full moon isn't full on certain nights, and it looks full to us. Let's think about our tendency to anthropocentrize. Centrize, that's not a word. We put ourselves in the middle of everything. We're a little egocentric as humans. The moon is not the moon. The moon is not full on some nights and crescent on others. It's just how it looks to us. Similarly, and I was saying this to someone recently, the eclipse doesn't happen once every few years. The eclipse doesn't happen, and the eclipse is happening all the time. It's just, when are we in that shadow? See what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? The eclipse, it's not like the eclipse happens like it happened 2 weeks ago and then we have to wait 3 years for it to happen again. No, it's happening all the time. You just got to be standing in the right place in the solar system. Anyway. Yeah, the eternal eclipse. Thank you, Mobius. Oh, Mobius. That's an eternal thing, the Mobius strip. Hustle Crow says anthropomorphic. Yes, anthropomorphic, that's one thing. Things in the form of a human. And then anthropocentric, putting the humans at the center when we're not really at the center. As everyone knows, the caterpillars are at the center. Okay. What I wanted to talk to you about is By the Light of the Silvery Moon, which I sang the other night. By the Light of the Silvery Moon. So the song is from 1909. And that I thought was cool. The song was a hit. It was from the Ziegfeld Follies, By the Light of the Silvery Moon. But here's what happened. It then became part of a Broadway show called Ms. Innocence. Ms. Innocence was the name of the show. Ms. Innocence, it wasn't exactly the West Side Story or the Hamilton of the fall of 1909 on Broadway. Here's what happened to Ms. Innocence. Ms. Innocence opened on September 27th, 1909 on Broadway. Ms. Innocence closed on October 7th. So Ms. Innocence, I think, ran for 2 weeks on Broadway. And the song By the Light of the Silvery Moon was sung by none other than Frances Farr. Any relation to Jamie Farr, who played Corporal Klinger on MASH? Stay tuned. Tune in next week when I will reveal whether or not Frances Farr, who sang By the Light of the Silvery Moon in the fall of 1909 in Ms. Innocence on Broadway, is related to Jamie Farr from Toledo, the Toledo Mud Hens. Okay, I transposed it so I can sing it instead of in their key. I'm singing it in what turns out was the original key. It was originally sung in C. That's what I learned. By the light. Ooh, look at that. By. Oh, I was just, again, I'm in between keys. I keep doing this because I transposed it. By the light, by the by, there we go, by the light of Sue. What's this one? Wow. I'm in a black hole, but in between keys. By the light. There we go. By the light of the silvery moon, I want to spoon. With my honey I'll spoon. I'll croon love's tune. Honeymoon, keep a shining in June. Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon. By the light of the silvery moon, I want to spoon. Yes, moon madness. With my honey I'll spoon. Love's croon, love's tune. Honeymoon, keep a shining in June. Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon. Man, yes, moon madness. It happened again. I had moon key madness. All right, that's the show basically. Yes, Hustle Crow. There it is. It took a minute, but I got there. Thank you for sticking with. Thank you for holding my hand through that muddle. Okay, I like to end the song with thank you, Richard. Thank you, Mary. In light of moon madness, anyone suggest what a little moonlight can do yet? Oh, thanks, Sways. What a little moonlight can do. I'm going to look that up. I don't know that song. Oh, also, I'm going to do a little politicking. Please check out the Movement Voter Project, movement.vote. Movement.vote. www.movement.vote. I'll say no more. Thank you, Mobius, saying the muddle was fun. I agree. And I appreciate that because I find the muddle is fun. Here we go. Oh, here we are again with this. I have to write down what the starting pitch is. That's what it is. I'll be loving you always. I'll be here at 9 always. Every night at 9 always. If you're out of wine, all day long you're crying, I'll be here at 9 always, always. If the rent is late, always. Wah, 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 always. I'll be here at 6. If you're in LA, otherwise it's 9, and always. I'm here at 9, every night at 9. 6 if you're in Los Angeles. Thank you, RJ. Mahalo. Mahalo to you for tuning in. Mahalo. Thank you so much. And now what I'm going to do is, like I've been doing lately, I'm going to go over to Instagram Live for a little Mo show. Instagram Live E. Hirschenfeld is my handle there. And come join me for a few minutes more, a little more seltzer. Mahalo nui lao. Thank you very much. And yes, if you want to, feel free to share this with someone you love. Share it with a loved one. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Okay. Have a great night. Sleep well.